Have you ever had one of those moments when you just can't take it anymore? Well, this one is a wild ride, and it all started with an HOA Karen, yes, the kind who thinks she can control everyone else's life. Let me tell you what happened when I had to put my foot down and put a stop to something I was just done with. It all began a few weeks ago. My neighbor, let's call her Karen, had been getting free water from my ranch for months. She lived next door and had a beautiful garden, but instead of paying for water like everyone else, she'd sneak a hose over to my property and tap into my water supply. At first, I didn't mind, it seemed harmless. But when I started noticing my water bill rising every month, I knew something had to change. One day, after she had helped herself to another round of free water, I decided to cut her off. I turned off the water valve that she was secretly using. No more free rides. I figured I was being fair. After all, I paid for the water. But let me tell you, Karen didn't take it well. The next thing I know, I hear her screaming across the fence. "What do you think you're doing? This is theft," she yelled. I calmly explained that I wasn't comfortable with her using my water for free and that she'd need to pay for it like everyone else. But Karen wasn't having it. A few minutes later, I'm standing there, minding my business, when I see her on the phone. I could hear her yelling into the receiver, "I'm calling 911. He's stealing my water and refusing to give me access." Of course, I was furious. Not only was she lying, but she was now involving the police in something that was just between us. A few minutes passed, and sure enough, I heard sirens in the distance. As the officer pulled up, I thought, great, now I have to explain this mess. But when the officer stepped out of the car, I did something that completely threw Karen off. I pulled out a USB drive from my pocket and handed it to him. Confused, the officer asked, "What's this?" I replied, "It's all the footage from my security cameras proving that she's been stealing water." The officer plugged the USB into his laptop, watched the footage, and in no time, Karen's whole act unraveled. The officer calmly told Karen that it wasn't a police matter and that she needed to pay for the water she was using. The look on her face? Priceless. So, here's the moral of the story: never underestimate someone who's been keeping an eye on things. And if you think you can get away with stealing water from someone, well, maybe you should think again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more stories like this, and I'll catch you next time.